Hello students, in this video we are going to see an orthogonal set. A set of vectors set u1, u2 and so on up to uk belongs to Rn is said to be an orthogonal set if each pair of distinct vectors from the set is orthogonal, that is uj dot ui equals to 0 for all I is not equals to j. This set is said to be orthogonal if each pair of distinct vectors from this set is orthogonal, that is uj dot ui equals to 0 for all I is not equals to j. Let us see example. Determine whether the following set of vectors are orthogonal or not. Solution: u1 is equals to vector 1 minus 2 1, u2 is equals to vector 0 1 2, u3 is equals to vector minus 5 minus 2 1. Here we see that u1 dot u2 is 1 into 0 0, minus 2 plus 2 is 0. u2 dot u3 0 into minus 5 is 0, plus minus 2 plus 2 is 0. u1 dot u3, similarly u1 dot u3 equals to 0. Hence the given set of non-zero vectors is an orthogonal set. Okay, let us see this. u1 is equals to vector minus 1 4 minus 3, u2 is equals to vector 5 2 1, u3 is equals to vector 3 minus 4 minus 7. Here we say that u1 dot u2 is equals to 2, which is not equals to 0, hence the given set is not orthogonal. Okay, let us see theorem. If S is equals to set u1 u2 uk is an orthogonal set of non-zero vectors in Rn, then S is linearly independent and hence is a basis for the subspace spanned by S. Okay, this S is orthogonal set means what? Means what? Every pair of distinct vectors from this set is orthogonal. Okay, then S is linearly independent and hence is a basis for the subspace spanned by S. Let us see next definition. An orthogonal basis. An orthogonal basis for a subspace W of Rn is basis for W, which is also an orthogonal set. An orthogonal basis means what? It is a basis for W, which is also an orthogonal set. Means if each distinct pairs in this basis is a orthogonal. Okay, let us see theorem. Let W be a subspace of Rn with an orthogonal basis S, which is equals to u1 u2 and so on up to uk. This is orthogonal basis means what? Each distinct pair from this vector is orthogonal. Okay, for each y belongs to W, the weights, coefficients or scalars in the linear combination y is equals to c1 u1 plus c2 u2 plus and so on ck uk are given by ci is equals to y dot ui upon ui dot ui. I runs from 1 to and so on up to k. What is the formula for this ci? Which is equals to y dot ui upon ui dot ui. I runs from 1 to. Okay, let us see example based on this formula. Example is, let S is equals to set u1, u2, u3 be an orthogonal basis of R3. Express X as a linear combination of ui's. We have to express X as a linear combination of ui's. Compare with this theorem. Here this y is a linear combination of u1 u2 and so on up to uk. At that time formula for ci is ci equals to y dot ui into ui dot ui. Here u1 is this, u2 is this, u3 is this and x is this. So x, we have to write down x as a linear combination of u1 u2 u3. When we can find c1 c2 c3, at that time x is a linear combination of u1 u2 u3. So formula for c1 is Here formula for Ci is y dot ui upon ui dot ui. Okay, so C1 is x dot u1 upon u1 dot u1. Okay, formula for C2 is x dot u2 upon u2 in dot u2. C3 is x dot u3 upon u3 dot u3. Okay, simplify this or calculating this, we will get C1 is equals to 5 by 2, C2 is equals to minus 3 by 2, and C3 is equals to 2. So x can be written as C1 is 5 by 2 u1 minus C2 is minus 3 by 2 u2 plus C3 is 2 u3. So x is this. So x can be expressed as a linear combination of ui's. Let us see next topic, orthogonal projection. Okay, projection means what? Shadow. Here we have taken this y point and we have taken the projection on the plane. Okay, so we express a vector y belongs to Rn as a sum of two vectors in Rn. Out of these two vectors, one is given as a vector u. We find the other vector z which is orthogonal to u. For this equation is y is equals to alpha dot u plus z. U is orthogonal to z, that's why its scalar multiple means alpha dot u is also orthogonal to z. So y is equals to alpha dot u plus z, which is equals to y cap plus z. For alpha dot u, we have written y cap plus z. Okay, so see here, this is the vector z and this is vector u or y cap. Okay, given any scalar, let z is equals to u minus alpha u, so that the equation y is equals to alpha u plus z is satisfied. Okay, we will take z is equals to u minus alpha u, so the equation y is equals to alpha u plus z is satisfied. Then y minus alpha is u is orthogonal to u if and only if 0 equals to y minus alpha u dot u, which is equals to y dot u minus alpha u dot u. That is, this equation y is equals to alpha u plus z is satisfied if and only if alpha is equals to y dot u upon u dot u and y cap is equals to y dot u upon u dot u into u. Here for alpha formula is y dot u upon u dot u and y cap is equals to y dot u upon u dot u. This vector y cap is called orthogonal projection of y onto u. What is this? Y cap is called orthogonal projection of y onto u, and the vector is known as the component of y orthogonal to u. Z is known as the component of y orthogonal to u. This projection is independent of any non-zero multiple of vector u. Hence, this projection is determined by the subspace L spanned by u. Okay, so we get the following formula for the orthogonal projection of y onto space L, and that formula is y dot u upon u dot u into u. Okay, this is the formula for orthogonal projection of y onto space L. Okay, let us see example. Find the orthogonal projection of vector y is equals to vector 7 6 onto vector u is equals to 4 2. Then write y as the sum of two orthogonal vectors y cap and z. Okay, we know that y cap, for y cap formula is y dot u upon u dot u into u, which is equals to, this is y, this is u upon u dot u means vector 4 2 dot 4 2 into u. So we will get this y cap is equals to y cap equals to u is y is vector 7 6 dot 4 2 upon vector 4 2 dot 4 2 into u. Okay, this total vector is this multiplication is 40 upon 20 into u, which is equals to 40 upon 20 is 2 into u is 4 2, so it is 8 2, so y cap is 8 2. And y minus y cap is the component of y which is orthogonal to u defined by z. So z is equals to y minus y cap. Y minus y cap is what? Component of y which is orthogonal to u. So y is vector 7 6 minus y cap is minus 8 2. We have just calculated it. So 7 minus 8 is minus 1 and 6 minus 4 is 2. So we will get z equals to vector minus 1 2. Next is therefore here z is equals to y minus y cap. So we will get y is equals to y cap plus z. Okay. So y cap is vector 8 4 plus vector z is minus 1 2. So this 8 4 is 2 into u plus z. So we have y is equals to 2u plus z. Here we also verify that vectors y cap and y minus y cap are orthogonal components of y, means their dot product is 0. Okay. Let us see next definition. Orthonormal set. A set u1 comma u2 and so on up to uk is an orthonormal set if it is an orthogonal set of unit vectors. This set is orthonormal when it is orthogonal set of unit vectors. Unit vector means what? Norm of vector equals to 1. A subspace W which is spanned by an orthonormal set is said to have an orthonormal basis. Okay. A space W spanned by an orthonormal set is said to have orthonormal basis of W. Okay. Let us see examples. Determine whether the given set of vectors is orthonormal or not. V1 is equals to vector 1 by 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 3. V2 is equals to vector minus 1 by 2, 0, 1 by 2. Okay. We have to determine this set of vectors is orthonormal or not. For this, we have to check this V1, V2 is orthogonal or not, and in next step we have to find out these vectors are unit vector or not. Okay. First of all, we take dot product of V1, V2. It is equals to 0. So V1 and V2 is orthogonal to each other. Now we check V1, V2 are unit vectors or not. So for unit vectors, we take norm of V1. So it is V1 dot V1 which is equals to V1 dot V1 means V1 dot V1 is 1 by 3, vector is 1 by 3, 1 by 3 dot 1 by 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 3, okay, which is equals to 1 by 9, 1 by 9, 1 by 9, okay. Sorry, actually it is 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9. This is 3 by 9 which is equals to 1 by 3, which is not equals to 1. That's why V1 is not unit vector. Similarly, we will calculate V2, norm of V2, which is equals to 1 by 2. which is not equals to 1. That's why v1 and v2 are not unit vectors. We will convert them to unit vectors. We need to divide v1 by norm v1 and v2 by norm v2. So norm of v1 is under root of 1 by 3, and norm of v2 is equals to under root of 1 by 2. Okay. So norm of v1 is equals to under root of 1 by 3. Norm of v2 is equals to under root of 1 by 2. So norm of v1 is under root of 1 by 3. Norm of v2 is equals to under root of 1 by 3. Okay. So normalizing vector v1 and v2, we will give them a name w1 and w2. So w1 is v1 upon norm of v1, which is equals to v1 upon under root of 1 by 3, which is equals to 1 upon under root of 1 by 3 into vector u1. Sorry, v1. So we will get vector 1 upon under root of 3, 1 upon under root of 3, 1 upon under root of 3. Similarly, we will calculate w2, which is equals to v2 upon norm of v2, which is equals to 1 upon under root of 1 by 2. So we will get this w. Okay. Now we will, if we take norm of w1, we will get it is equals to 1. Similarly, if we calculate norm of w2, we will get equals to 1. So this set w1 comma w2 is a orthonormal set. Okay. Next is given u1 is equals to vector 1 upon under root of 10, 3 upon under root of 20, 3 upon under root of 20. u2 is equals to vector 3 upon under root of 10 minus 1 upon under root of 20 minus 1 upon under root of 20. u3 is equals to vector 0 minus 1 upon under root of 20, 1 upon under root of 20. We have to determine this set u1 comma u2 comma u3 is an orthonormal set. If the set is orthogonal, normalize the vectors to produce an orthonormal set. Okay. First of all, we will check orthogonality of given vectors. Means we will take u1 dot product of u1 u2. Next is dot product of u2 u3 and u1 u3. u1 dot u2 is equals to 0, u2 dot u3 equals to 0, and u1 dot u3 equals to 0. That's why this set is u1 u2 u3 is orthogonal set. Okay. Now we test orthonormality of the vectors as follows. If you take u1 dot u1, you will get it is equals to 1. u2 dot u2 is 1 and u3 dot u3 equals to 1. From this we get norm of u1 is equals to 1, norm of u2 is equals to 1, and norm of u3 equals to 1. So u1 u2 u3 are unit vectors. Therefore the set u1 u2 u3 is orthogonal set and u1 u2 u3 are unit vectors. That's why this set is a orthonormal set. Okay. Let us see this theorem. An m by n matrix U has orthonormal columns if and only if U transpose into U is equals to identity. Next theorem is, let U be an m by n matrix with orthonormal columns and let x comma y belongs to Rn, then norm of Ux is equals to norm of U, Ux dot Uy is equals to x dot y, and C is Ux dot Uy equals to 0 if and only if x dot y equals to 0. Okay. Let us see example. Let U is equals to this matrix and x is equals to this vector. Okay. We have to verify theorem 3.6 for u and x. Okay. First of all, we will show that columns of u are orthonormal. Columns of u are orthonormal by applying theorem 3.5. What does theorem 3.5 says? An m by n matrix U has orthonormal columns if and only if U transpose U equals to identity. So we will take U transpose into U. This multiplication is equals to identity matrix. Therefore, U is a matrix with orthogonal columns. Okay. Next is UX. UX means take multiplication of matrix U and X. You will get vector 3 minus 1 1. So now we will calculate norm of UX, which is equals to under root of 3 square plus 1 square plus 1 square. It is equals to under root of 11. Similarly with norm of X is equals to under root of 2 square plus 3 square. It is equals to under root of 90. So we will get norm of ux is equals to norm x. So this a part is verified. Next is y is equals to minus 3 into under root of 2 6. Here let y is equals to vector minus 3 into under root of 2 6. So ux is equals to vector 3 minus 1 1. Uy is equals to uy means what? Take multiplication of matrix u and y. You will get uy is equals to vector 1 minus 7 2. So ux dot uy is 3 into 1 plus minus 1 into minus 7 plus 1 into 2. So 3 into 1 is 3, minus 1 into minus 7 is plus 7, 1 into 2 is 2. So 7 plus 3 10 plus 2 is 12. So ux dot uy is equals to 12. And x dot y, x is this vector and y is this vector. Product of these two vectors is 12. So we will get ux dot uy equals to x dot y. Hence part B is also verified. And C part is obviously ux dot ui is equals to 0 if and only if x dot y equals to 0. Next is let us see next definition, orthogonal matrix. A square invertible matrix U such that U inverse is equals to U transpose is called an orthogonal matrix. Orthogonal matrix means what? If U inverse is equals to U transpose, we will say that this is an orthogonal matrix. Okay. Any square matrix with orthonormal columns is an orthogonal matrix. For this is a example. Okay. Okay, we will stop here. Thank you.